It's Tuesday at my house. I've worked all day. My wife has worked all day. Carden has soccer practice at 5:15, which I also coach. Kennet has a baseball game right as soccer practice is ending. Kennet's baseball's beginning. Everyone has homework. They all went to school. And after soccer practice, I have to run off to a leadership meeting at the church. And so I barely even get to see my wife. Now, your list and your day of week is probably slightly different, but doesn't it sound familiar? Every family struggles to find time to just spend time together, period. Finding time for your family devotion is just another thing on your schedule, and it's also often impossible. But having consistent family devotions is key to teaching kids about Jesus and about the true priorities of your family. This school year, Crossroads Kids is going to make a serious effort to help your family find that time uh, and give you resources to do it. And here's why. Take this for an example. And we love stories. When your family sits down to eat somewhere, it could be Chick-fil-A, could be your home, wherever it is, there are unspoken and possibly spoken rules that you eat the nutritional parts. Well, I don't know how nutritional Chick-fil-A is, but it does taste good. But you're supposed to eat the nutritional parts first, and then you get dessert. But what if you sat down one evening, looked at your kids, and said, we are just too busy, there's too much going on, we don't have time for vegetables tonight, so let's just eat dessert. While this might actually be a fun dash of spontaneity, and your kids would love it from time to time, you wouldn't be sending the healthiest message to your family if you did it every night you're busy. When you put off family devotions or are inconsistent with them, you're inadvertently sending the same message to your kids. Family devotions show your kids what is important to your family. It's a way of teaching kids Bible lessons rather than just relying on me and my team to do that. But it also establishes a spiritual altar of sense for your family, because it teaches them to pray, it teaches them to study the Bible, and it teaches them to worship God. So when is the best time for a family devotion? Now, is it weekly? Is it daily? Is it monthly? I can't answer that. It's a question that no one but your family can answer. Each family is unique and has its own busy schedule. The key is to find a time, any time. Still, though, get this though, it's important not to just find a few leftover minutes, but to really set time apart from all other activities and all other responsibilities. For some families, the best time is in the morning, on Monday morning, before breakfast and before the hectic day and week begins. For others, like my house, that wouldn't work at all. The morning is the most hectic time when everyone's trying to get ready and all the things, right? Remember, however, though, this is what you have to remember, that you're teaching your kids a habit. Just like they need to brush their teeth every day, you need to teach them that touching base with God is as vital for their spiritual well-being as brushing their teeth is for their teeth and for their body. So are family devotions overkill? Because we already go to church, we already are in a small group, and our kids maybe even go to a Christian school. And many people feel like having daily or weekly or monthly family devotions is just too much for their family. Families often feel this way because the high expectations they have for what family devotion looks like, or some people call it family worship. Do we have to sing a song together? Do we have to read the Bible together? What do we have to do together? And you set these high expectations, and then you never meet them, and so you just stop. Remember, however, that you are establishing your family's priorities by making family devotions a part of your, could be every day, could be weekly, could be monthly routine. Some families set apart their family devotion time similar to a couple setting a date night. It's a set day, a set time, and it takes precedence over everything else. What if you did this with your daily devotions or weekly devotions or monthly devotions? What if prior to leaving the house, every day, this is all it would take. This could be a family devotion. You had a family huddle where you gave your kids a daily scripture. And you asked them if there were any, this could even happen in the car. You asked them if they had any needs that need to be addressed in prayer. Then quickly pray for those needs before they get out of the car. No one said your daily devotions had to be an hour or even 10 minutes. Just needs to be consistent. After you start small, yet consistent, it becomes easier to set up the prearranged time where you listen to a song together or you dive into the Bible together. So how do you do it? Once you get past those little small baby steps, how do you conduct a family devotion? Because, that's hard. Even for me as a pastor, it's hard for me to lead those family devotions because sometimes it seems awkward. Sometimes it's too rushed. Well, the key to conducting these effective family devotions is to keep it simple and straight to the point. That is where we come in with our monthly family devotion guide. And it goes along with what we're teaching on Sunday morning. It selects a Bible story for you. You read the scripture based on whatever Bible version you want that's understandable for all the ages in your house. Then you talk about that scripture, and I've even given you the questions. You don't have to come up with questions yourself, right? Then we also give you some fun activities to do as a family, like activity. Fill one clear container halfway with water and another clear container halfway with vinegar. Prepare 2 small bags of baking soda. Dump 1 whole bag of baking soda into the water. It will do nothing but settle at the bottom. Dump a little bit more of the bag of baking soda in the vinegar, and there will be a bubbly reaction. See, these are things you have in your house. You're not trying to reinvent the wheel, and it goes along with that lesson. We aren't asking you. We're not asking you to do this every day. We know that's a huge stretch for most families. In fact, this guy doesn't have 31 devotions. It has 4. Sometimes 5. But that's once a week. Now, engage your kids in the lesson. As they mature, and as you get more comfortable with it, as they get more comfortable with it, ask one of them to provide the Bible lesson. Have them read it beforehand and come up with what they learned. Kids love learning, but more importantly, they enjoy being part of something. The more you involve them, the more they will learn. And the more they will look forward to those family devotions each week. Guys, Christian parenting, parenting, not just Christian parenting, but Christian parenting is never easy. But the best part is you don't have to do it alone. There are so many resources available to teach your kids about the Bible and to help carry your family devotions along. If you want more than just this family devotion guide that we're giving you every month, just ask. I've got a long list of all sorts of family guides for all different ages, from preschoolers, even nursery. We've got some resources for nursery families. If you just have a 2-year-old, what can I do? And one of my favorites, in fact, is called The Very Best Hands-On Kinda Dangerous Family Devotions. It's pretty fun. So as you train up your child each and every day, which I know you're trying to, or you wouldn't have lasted this long in this video, remember the goal. We want our kids to know that God was at the center of the family. And that's why we have a sign in our dining room that says, love God, love people, and love sports too. But kids won't remember whether or not their family devotion was perfect. But they will remember that those family devotions were important. Now, check it out. Try it out. See what happens in your family when you start spending time